Yeah, hi. I want to update you on the COVID situation here. I'm in North Macedonia, and um, things, what I reported, maybe aren't as they are in reality when you're down on the ground. Um, going into Italy on the ferry from Dures to Bari, Albania was on the green list. Um, so I've lost that right to go into Italy. Countries like North Macedonia, Kosovo, Serbia, Croatia, I think Bosnia at least for sure. Um, they're banned from, if you've been in these countries for the last 14 days, you're not allowed to enter. But if you're in Albania for 14 days, you can go into Italy. But they don't actually check. Got a mail last night from a Polish guy. He's a ultra marathon runner. He was here in Albania, and he ran from Berat to Saranda over about 6 days, and he's gone home driving from Albania to Montenegro to Croatia to Bosnia to Hungary, Slovenia, and then Slovakia into Poland. I think I've got that right. Without any problems, driving with a group of people, 8-seater minivan, obviously with Polish plates on it. The only possible issue was going into Hungary. They said, yeah, they're transiting, and they just got a sticker which you slap on the car and tells you, yeah, you're not staying. That's the only rule. So all this shit about needing a COVID test to go to Montenegro, for example, you can take a bus from Tirana to Podgorica, and they stop at Shkodra, and you pay 15 euros for a fake letter to say, yeah, you're negative, and then you carry on. But in reality, if you go on your own transport, just say, yeah, you're transiting, and nobody cares, nobody checks. So hopefully that's gonna be the case when I'm going anywhere from here. The plan is good to go to Bitola and then up to Skopje, maybe a few other places in between, and from there I can get back into Kosovo or back into Serbia. Kosovo should be good theoretically. Serbia probably need a test, but the reality on the ground might not be like that. Apparently, yeah, you need a test to go to Sofia in Bulgaria. That's also an option. The border's not far, so you can just go take a bus to the nearest town to the border, try to cross. If they let you in, they let you in. If they don't, you just come back. So yeah, let's see how that's going to play out. Overall destination, goal, aim, no idea. It's a funny kind of way of life now. I've got to be somewhere, and you kind of like go in between places that are open just because they're open, and you can stay in places that are cheap. Whereas like in Albania, all the guest houses are closing up for the winter because they never get much business anyway, and now they're getting even less, and the houses aren't insulated. Cost a packet to put any kind of heating inside them, whereas the houses here, because it gets a lot colder, they are insulated, and they must have heating, otherwise the whole house, the pipes will freeze up and everything. And good news is that there's a hostel in Pristina where I stayed at, Centre Hostel. They're going to be open. They're open in winter, and I asked them, if possible, if needed, I can stay for 1 month, and they said not a problem. Skopje, I think, yeah, it also gets pretty cold in winter. It's a couple of months off yet, but it's going to come, and it comes hard. It's like minus 25, minus 20 or so, a bit further north where I'm going in the winter time, and I'm going to need boots. I'm going to need thick socks and a jacket. That's also something to worry about. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I'd go back to Africa. if there were, like 5 or 6 countries that were open, but at the moment, yeah, you can get into Kenya and then you can go to Uganda, but you need a test. So if you need a pay for $50 for a visa and then $50 for a COVID test every time you want to go to the next country, it's kind of expensive. But the daily budget is kind of offset because you're actually traveling less. Yeah, in effect, you're spending the same amount of money, but my daily budget, I'm not going on a bus every 2 or 3 days. It's like every week. In Dures, I stayed like 2 weeks and then I went away for 2 weeks and then I went back for another 2 weeks. So you can settle down. You can buy loads of food and keep it in the fridge and live cheaply. Like that. So yeah. Anyway, that's the update about Corona here. Bye bye.